This is Lara Henares making your day with part 28 of the Milk Wars, chapter Supreme Court Case Victory. Milk companies may no longer sponsor maternity classes in hospitals and health facilities among pregnant and nursing mothers, may no longer sponsor conferences, seminars, travel grants, and even scientific studies among health workers and doctors without the request and approval of both the DOH, Department of Health, and its interagency committee. Number 9, milk companies may no longer give gifts of any sort to pregnant and nurse mothers, to doctors and health workers without the approval of the DOH, Department of Health. No donation of formula milk, especially those with very near expiry dates, may be given to the Red Cross or any charity agency without the approval of the Department of Health, which will determine whether emergency conditions allow the use of clean water and fuel to boil the water for the adequate preparation of formula milk. Number 10, all advertisements of milk companies are subject to the approval of the Department of Health and the Interagency Committee. And the Ad Board, a private organization of advertising agencies, and the Movie, Television, and Radio Classification Board, MTRCB, may be asked to pass upon such advertisements. No advertisements may be used deceptive brand names, pictures of babies, or make any nutritional claims whatsoever. All scientific studies by milk companies are subject to review by the Ethics Committee of the Department of Health and made available only to doctors in the academe. We anticipated that the milk companies may undermine breastfeeding through so-called scientific magazines, Medical Observer, for instance, made available to the public in the anterooms of doctors, and through movie scenes showing bottle feeding. And we suggest that such magazines are forbidden to carry unauthorized ads and articles, and such movies should carry disclaimers saying scenes of bottle feeding undermine breastfeeding and are against the national policy of the Philippine government. Breastfeeding is still the best for babies. Formula milk is the least option and the last resort, and only under certain medical indications. More about this after these messages. This is Lara Henares making your day with part 28 of the Milk Wars, chapter Supreme Court Case Victory. When we continue to quote, Section 46 of the Administrative Sanctions was struck down by the Supreme Court. However, Section 13B of EO 51, the basic law remains. Any license, permit, or authority issued by any government agency to any health worker, distributor, manufacturer, or marketing firm or personnel for the practice of their profession or occupation or for the pursuit of their business may, upon recommendation of the Department of Health, be suspended or revoked in the event of repeated violations of this code and of the rules and regulations issued pursuant to this code. All the Department of Health needs to do is to define repeated violations to give teeth to the power of the Department of Health. We suggest that these violations are counted for the entire company, not for each product. A total of 5 violations will initiate proceedings for the cancellation of the license. Dr. Elvira L. Henares Esquera enrolled in the University of the East Ramon Magsaysay, UERM, to take up medicine and graduated in 1986. In 2007, on the 50th anniversary At the founding of UARM, the school chose Elvira Lichaco Henares Esguerra, doctor, dermatologist, pharmacist, IBCLC, as one of the 50 outstanding alumni among the 15,000 graduates of the school. For her advocacy of breastfeeding, transcending the narrow confines of her specialty to embrace the concerns of all humanity. Dr. Elvira won the Outstanding Filipino Physician Award for being sponsored by the JC Senate and the Department of Health. On the second WBW celebration in Malacanang on August 14, 2006, Dr. Elvira's NGO launched two photo exhibits, Beauty, Brains, and Breastfeeding, by Dr. Elvira's cousin, Pancho Escalera, and the Apostles of the Virgin Mary by Blow Up Babies Photo Studio of Dr. Elvira's nephew, Quark Henares, as conceptualized by Dr. Elvira and her partner Nona. Both predicted role models for breastfeeding mothers, which were publicly displayed in Malacanang, in all SM Super Bowls, in the agencies of the government like PhilHealth, and in Congress during hearings on breastfeeding. Dr. Elvira's photos exhibits of role models in the breastfeeding movement who are rich, beautiful, glamorous working mothers serve to convince to the hoi polloi, the common masses, that breastfeeding is a privilege more than an obligation, that bottle feeding is not acceptable even to those who are educated and who could afford the expense of formula milk, and that working outside the home is not an obstacle to breastfeeding. Above all, they give a positive image of the breastfeeding mother with full and erect breasts that elicit envy and admiration. For this, UNICEF Philippines issued a heartfelt commendation to Dr. Elvira's NGO. More next time, my dear friends. This is Lara Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.